the Empowering series, the Life Manifesto. These podcasts show a different version of life and they do generate such a positive vibe actually. So, how do you cater to add such great content to those episodes?
I find inspiration wherever I can. Like if I'm talking to a cab driver and a cab driver shares a story, I am making a note on my phone and I tell them that, listen, I might use this, in my podcast. Or I'm reading an article. I do have a habit of reading a lot. So because of a lot of reading, research, and human experiences, I find inspiration in these things. And when I find that inspiration, I want to kind of translate it into something that can reach out to my audiences, my listeners. And that's basically how I'll end up writing my scripts.
That's a very exciting process, actually, learning from random things in life, inspiring from random things. Yeah. Yeah. Could you share us 5 tips to live a peaceful life, actually?
Peaceful life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much to ask for.
Yeah, too much to ask for, no? No. 5 tips to a peaceful life. Okay, let me try and concise this into 5. Otherwise, I would write a book on it. All right. First thing, like I said, never try to control your emotions. Learn to manage your emotions. Understand all your emotions. Your emotions are not bad. Your reaction to your emotions are positive or negative.
Yeah.
Okay. Anger is good. Sadness is good. Crying is good. Being in pain is also good. Fear is good.
Yeah.
Everything has its positives. If you don't know how to balance it, or let's say respond to it, you will have problems. So be self-aware, understand your emotions, don't suppress them, don't control them. Second, this is my personal mantra. I never have a bad day. Thank God for it. I don't have a bad day. I don't have a bad day because when I am going through a bad experience, if I'm going through a conflict, fight, irritated, mood swing, argument, I do tell myself very consciously, I can have a few bad minutes, I can have a few bad hours, but I will not have a bad day. And the reason I do that is because I don't know if I'm there to live tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't take my life for granted. So I personally never take my life for granted. And I do make sure that I keep that in mind while I am kind of, conducting myself every day. Because then it's a good reminder that, hey, you know what? I can't die feeling bad. If it's my last day, then what? So I can have learn to have a bad few minutes, bad few hours, but try to make sure that you do take charge of your day by the end of it. Feel better by the end of the day. The third thing I'd say is being happy or peaceful, for that matter. Both these things are not things that you should be seeking. Because, the thing is, there's something known as the backward law. See, you're anxious about something. Okay. Now, say you're anxious about a job an interview that you gave.
Okay. Yeah.
You're anxious about this. Oh, okay. So then just in time. So you see what happens is you're anxious about this. You're worried about this. You're stressed about it. Now, in some time, you will not be stressed about the job and the interview. You will be anxious about the fact that why are you so anxious now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, should I be so anxious? So now you've gone away from the actual objective, which is the job, to dealing with anxiety, which you've caused yourself, and now dealing with it further because you're questioning your anxiety.
Yes, boosting the problems, yes.
So that is the reason why I would say that peace, happiness, these things, they're overrated words. They're not words, they're not nouns, they are just verbs. They're in your action. If you're sitting with no phone, no luxuries, and you are still feeling peaceful, you are at peace. If you're still happy, you're happy. If you're sitting with all the riches of the world and you're peaceful and happy, you're peaceful and happy. There is no one place to be. There is no one way to be. Okay. Yes. So if you're when I'm asking somebody in a session, what is your ultimate goal with life, right? And they say, my ultimate goal is to be happy and peaceful, which I've heard. Yes. Yours also is, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, that's your ultimate goal, probably at the age of what, 65, 70, right? So till 65, 70, you don't want to be happy and peaceful. And let's say that by the time you're 65, 70, your kids are going to fight for your property. You're going to have health issues, right? You're going to feel a sense of loneliness. Maybe you will lose your spouse by that age. Maybe you won't. You may have ailments or conditions. So where are you exactly? How are you finding your happiness at that point? And how are you so guaranteed that you're going to be peaceful and happy?
Yeah.
So it's a daily choice that you make to be peaceful and happy. Fourth, don't fear judgment. You want to be peaceful, you don't fear judgment. People's job is to judge you. That's their business, and that is also their characteristic. It reflects on their personality, not yours. Okay. What are you fearing people for? They're just like you. And the more they judge you, the more they fear judgment. Right? So I feel if you want to be like carefree in life, don't fear judgment. And the only way to not fear judgment is do not judge others.
Okay.
Okay. Most people fear judgment because they are so used to judging others. So then they are wondering what they are thinking of me. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
This
Totally.
happens.
And I'd say, like, basically, so in judgment, it's like what others think of you is none of your business. It's their business. Let them be happy. And if they're getting a few minutes of entertainment from you also, let them be happy. What difference does it make to our lives, right?
Exactly.
Lastly, I will say that you need to redefine words. I think our word association matters when we're looking at the word peace, when we're looking at the word success, when you're looking at the word love, relationships, when you're looking at the word empathy, when you're looking at the word money, fame. You need to redefine what they mean to you on a personal level. Then you'll be peaceful. Because your idea of success is somebody else's idea of success. Your idea of peace is somebody else's idea of peace. Your idea of love is what you watched in movies.
Yes.
Exactly.
So redefine words, then work according to how they work for you. They work in your ecosystem, and there'll be all the reasons for you to be peaceful.
Yeah. The last point is particularly very special, actually.
Some people say that peace lies in the partner, just as Shiva said, "Isha, tum mera button ho." In Brahmastra. Sorry for giving the spoilers, but yeah. Coming to relationships and heartbreaks, there is always a turmoil. People don't know whether the things they're doing, the decisions they're taking in love or relationship is right or wrong. There is always a confusion. So, what makes a relationship strong, and how to overcome these heartbreaks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting question, Yash. Okay. So, like I said, first redefine, because I think love means different things at different phases of your life.
Yes.
And different stages of your life. Okay. For example, love when you are just in college or in school, it's more like a crush and it's an attraction and it's the cuteness of it. It's very adorable. It's like this cute feeling and it's very filmy. Then comes the phase when you're like, getting into university. There might be long distance possibly. There might be a situation where you're dealing with being away from the person you love. And you have to show a sense of security. Then love can be security for you. It can be missing the person, but being secure, or insecure, and then obviously moving and parting ways. Then comes a time when you want to get married, but then when you're married, if it's a double income household, you're both working, you have other responsibilities, priorities change. Does not mean love changes, because then love is a lot of compatibility, honesty, trust, being able to dependability on each other. Not completely dependent, but having a dependence. Like, is my partner dependable as a person? That feeling of dependence. And with age, eventually it's companionship. Right. So love can mean different things, but in all stages of love, one thing should be consistent, and that is respect. If two people have no respect for each other, if one respects the other lesser, that love does not last. And if it lasts, it leaves one person unhappy in the relationship. Okay, so respect should be a constant if you're looking at a good, healthy relationship. Second, there should be a conversation about likes, dislikes. There should be an understanding about negotiables and non-negotiables in your relationship. What is okay, what is not okay. There should be an understanding of the other person's perspective. So being able to fight, but with respect. Not getting dirty, mean, demeaning.
Yeah.
Being rude is just anger. But if you're making a point respectfully or even with anger, but you know how well you handle yourself with your partner is very important, right? Because those things stay, no, they stay for a lifetime. That's how then people bring the past up with you and tell you, you behave like this with me, you said that to me, and things. So I think that would be one of the things. The other thing is to coexist. See, there's your world, there's your partner's world, and then there's a world together.
Yes.
Okay, and that world of yours is a sacred space that belongs to both of you. But you have to have independence in your own two worlds to have a good world together. You know,
Yes.
it's very important to coexist and learn how to coexist with each other. In fights, never use the words always and never. When you're
Okay.
arguing with your partner, don't use always. You always do this. You always behave like that with me, or you know, you never listen to me. You never get it done. Because then you are showing a continuous problem. Stick to a problem in the moment. You need to do that. Spend quality time alone, definitely. If you have children, okay, if you have children, please spend quality time without talking about what you need to do and don't need to do for the children. That is quality time. Okay, that is very important. Or for your house, what needs to be done, what, without instructions, you know, without do's and don'ts. And spice it up whenever you can. It's a relationship that is special about it. So you need to know how to feel comfortable, happy, attracted, compliment your partner every now and then, and be good listeners to each other. And I guess it all works out. But I'm pretty sure to get all of this together is difficult. So yeah.
Yeah. No, but this actually these things really mean a lot in a relationship, because people try to forget the main basics. They try to build big castles, but they forget the basements.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
the biggest issue with the relationship is you like somebody for who they are first, and then you want them to be you.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the
That's
biggest
true.
mistake. If you like somebody, so you are not bringing a piece of stone and then sculpting it according to you. It's already an idol. It's already a figure.
Yes.
Get it home, love it, worship it, do what you want to do. But
Live
that
it
is how
there.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know. So I think don't try to sculpt your partner into what you want them to look. Otherwise, then look for a person who is like that. Yeah. You can't bring somebody and then say, now change this, change that, do this, do that. I mean, what's the point?
Exactly.
Right, so yeah.
And also one more thing, actually, because there are also some red flags in a relationship where people tend to feel it as a blind love. Andha pyar,
Yeah.
they say.
They get
So,
blinded to see those
yeah,
toxic
blinded.
things.
Right. True. True.
So,
Toxic relationships.
yeah. So, what are those kind of red flags?
Red flags in a relationship. See, first, I always say this is first look for red flags in you. Okay. Then look for red flags in your partner, because it's very easy to see your partner and think this is wrong with them, which may be the case. But also turn around and look at yourself. Are you involved in enabling your partner to behave a certain way? Have you shown them a few certain behavioral patterns because of which they've become like this, or have they always been like this? Then red flags become clear. Couple of red flags that are very, very important. Disrespect is a red flag. If you are being disrespected and you're being told, but I love you now.
Yeah.
You know how much I love you. You know, this is not what I meant. It's exactly what they mean. And it's exactly how they will treat you. So you need to know when to stop. Okay. Second, red flag is when they are codependent on you. They cannot enjoy without you. Means they have no happiness. Their whole life revolves around you. And you feel claustrophobic in it.
Exactly.
One thing is out of love. One thing is out of love that, you know, you enjoy being with each other and you do everything together. And so in a way, like a lot of relationships are like that. And that's fun too. But if you're feeling claustrophobic with your partner's constant need for you, then you'll have to rethink how you want to go about this. The third thing is any kind of violence, emotional, any kind of abuse, basically, you know, physical, emotional, mental, verbal, any kind of abuse prolonged. See, we're human beings. I'm not going to at all in any way say that abuse of any form is good, but sometimes wordplay can be bad between two people. But if it is often and if it is all the time, you need to put a full stop to it. And of course, any kind of looseness in, I would say, their integrity. If they don't have integrity as a person.
Okay.
So if you are one of those people who will be like, oh, my partner cheated on me, but I forgive them, I want to be with them, and that's cool. But if you're going to live with insecurities of where they are the next time they are not with you, then that's not a relationship you should be in. You're increasing your anxieties. Either then you leap of faith, jump into it and be ready to either be cheated or not be cheated, or don't be in that relationship if you cannot trust, because trust is important. So yes.
Yeah, coming to the last point, possessiveness and jealousy are cute traits according to Instagram. They're seen as
According to Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
But with social media, I think with social media, I'd agree that for anybody, possessiveness, jealousy, insecurity will become acute traits, because most couples are looking at other couples and thinking, oh, look, they're having such a good time. So now they're automatically having a bad time. They're automatically sad. Nothing is wrong in their relationship, but because somebody else is having a good time and they're putting holiday pictures and looking really happy in their relationship, now you are sad. That is very sadistic, but that's comparative. Your relationship is not ownership, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
You don't own the other person. Okay, so when you are telling them what to do, what to wear, whom to talk to, at what time to go out, when to come back, what they only like, what they don't like, it's ownership. You're not bringing a slave. You're not paying somebody to be in a relationship with you. Although you get that these days. So then if that's the case, then pay somebody,
Exactly.
But if you're in an equal partnership here, it's not ownership. That is very important to remember, that your partner is an entire human being by themselves. They're not born on this earth to please you.
Exactly.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zarina, for this amazing reels content or short content, I would say, because it's gonna be trending. I'm sure of that. Points that you said are truly on spot, and I think would really help the people learn more about it. And now, we can move to the next part of our Kur-Kur Convo.